Devasura Sampada Vibhaga Yoga, the divine and demonic natures. Again, a short chapter. We should finish soon. Then we can discuss. And the Supreme Personality Godhead said fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, freedom from envy, passion for honor. These are transcendental qualities of Bharata, belonging to God, and endowed with divine nature. And if you read the purport, what Srila Prabhupada does, he says these are all for different people. It's like fearlessness is the quality should be there in a sannyasi. He travels fearlessly, depending on the Lord's faith in the Lord. Purification of one's existence, again for him. He should sternly try to purify his existence. Cultivation of spiritual knowledge, that's for him. Charity is not for him. Charity is for grihasthas. Self-control, because grihastha lives with comfort, with family, so he has to control himself. Perform of the sacrifice, yes, he should do some worship to the Lord. So these three he can only organize because Grihastha is the only one among the four sections having money in the Vedic culture and family. And a brahmachari now have, sannyasi doesn't have, so he has to be careful with charity, self-control, perform sacrifice. And then comes brahmachari, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, these kind of non-violence, truthfulness, he should cultivate. So like that, this has been divided into different varnas and ashramas. Sometimes something is for brahmachari, something is for grihastha, something is for brahmana, some kshatriya. These qualities, everybody it is good. Particularly certain sections should be uh, develop those qualities. Anybody has any question on any one of these qualities? These are all divine qualities and easily everybody can appreciate.
What are the four
Pra-
classifications you mentioned, Prabhuji, in which only Grihastha has
The
money and
brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyas, isn't it? The brahmachari is a student. Actually, grihastha maintains in the Vedic culture all the three. Brahmachari, vanaprastha, sannyasi is maintaining. Brahmachari, no means of livelihood. Sannyasi, no means of livelihood. Vanaprastha is also doing austerities in the forest, no means of that. Grihastha is the one maintaining all. So he, at the same time, he should be careful with self-control, performance of sacrifice. Okay, cleanliness, freedom from envy, passion for honor. Okay, should I proceed? Or it has to be detailed, divided into the varnashrama. You want, I can do that.
that would be great, Your Honor.
If we
Yes,
divide,
Prabhuji, please do that.
Yeah, yeah. If you can divide based on the varnashrama, and particularly for the grihasthas, how do
ah,
they go about?
Grihastha, I told you, three are there. Charity, just give
Yeah.
me 1 minute because I'll have to take it out from books.
so Prabhuji, like in the past, when like maybe in the Dwapara Yugam, all these four categories will have equal proportion of population. Is that correct?
Yeah, logically, yes.
Okay. Now, like we have all Grihasthas, like maybe 90%.
No, see what happens. The brahmachari is there today. It's not the brahmachari is not there, but brahmachari means he has to strictly follow celibacy. Today, the brahmacharis are not brahmacharis. Grihasthas are not grihasthas. See, everybody is in a position, but he has not been trained. That is the thing which is lacking. There is no training. How a person can be a good brahmachari, he can be a good grihastha. The training is not there. People are trained. Just like, say, somebody is a brahmana, kshatriya, also same thing. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, that training is not there. Practically, Kalau Shudra Sambhava, because of that they are called Shudras. We need to have, that's called Varnashrama training. That college lacks. In fact, what an interesting thing that I do, I try to go to colleges and knowing their profession, like a doctor, engineer, and all, I try to do Varnashrama training. They ask me to teach values. That's called professional ethics. And I know the professionally, okay, good. You are able to see the book has opened up. Are in chapter 16. Interesting, good. This is a 15 chapter, 16 chapter now. Proper will start. Okay. So the first thing is sannyasi. You can see it's all marked. Is this is okay? Readable for you?
Yeah, can we
Yeah.
make it slightly bigger?
Yeah.
Not readable. Can you make it large?
Let us see.
Bigger, sir.
Yes. Text large.
Oh, it's okay, sir.
Nowadays, default is black background, new standard.
It's okay, Prabhuji.
I'll give you one more. One more. It will
Sir,
come.
we can zoom and watch it.
Dark.
We can zoom ourselves, Prabhuji. We can make it
No,
bigger.
Sir, we can zoom our own self.
no, let it be at the source.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Now it is okay. So the first thing was because we have a lot of time. Chapter will finish in 20 minutes otherwise. For a sannyasi, the first qualification should be fearless, and this is very much important. Just like you see Srila Prabhupada, how much risk he took to come to America. How much risk, coming on a cargo ship with no money. One thing, why don't you do today? We will read Prabhupada prayer on the cargo ship. If something always makes me feel devoted to him, it is that prayer. And when I read that prayer, I felt he's a genuine person. When I was outsider to ISKCON, I was totally touched by that prayer. Very touching, his prayer. So, I want to, yeah. Okay, I came here to cancel background noise. Okay, it is done on it, so great. Oh. Okay, let me come back to my place. So you are able to see the screen, no? Not an issue.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Take care of the background noise, please. Okay. For a sannyasi, first qualification should be fearlessness. Very important that, in fact, they will previously used to go walking through the forest and all for preaching. So this was more predominant those times. Even now, for he should just be depending on the Lord and uh, trying to spread the movement. Even wherever I am, Krishna is there. Then sannyasi should have a purified existence. That is the first thing expected out of him. Not the dress, the purity. He should be spotless. Very important sannyasi. It is said a sannyasi, if he has some mark on his dhoti, it is very, very visible on his bright dhoti. Rather, it is so strict in Vedic culture. If he gets a blot, he should rather commit suicide because he becomes useless for the society. Suppose somebody said, taken the order of sannyasa and he has compromised character. Now, what kind of person he is? Now, he's no use to the society. Rather, he can't show his face because once you get respect, you are being on the spotlight. People are watching at you, and then your character is compromised. It's very horrible. Vanatasi. Sannyasi should not have a close connection with women, one of the most important criteria. An ideal sannyasi was Lord Chaitanya himself. Oh. Okay, now sannyasi aspiring. Okay, it should better. That's why you see Prabhupada says better commit suicide. It's considered so strong instead of compromising. See, more the respect you take from the society, more severe should be the punishment when you break the rules. The next item is Jnana Yoga, being engaged in cultivation of knowledge. That is also meant for a sannyasi, meant to distribute knowledge, and he should cultivate. Humility is also for a sannyasi, next one. Therefore, in the Vedic culture, they are supposed to beg from door to door. So that keeps them very humble. That's what is all of the picture. When you go to a temple, Hare Krishna, he should be very humble. That is his natural developed attitude. Okay, but he preaches, okay, done. Actually advanced, so by he should preach the Krishna conscious logic and understanding. And Prabhupada says if he is not so advanced, better not accept the renounce order. Okay. And Prabhupada said in case it has happened that he is not so advanced and he has somehow accepted sannyasa, he should engage himself in hearing from his spiritual master and cultivate knowledge. So the Prabhupada has kept now, it summarizes fearlessness, sattva samshuddhi, purity and jnana yoga, knowledge. These three things he kept for a sannyasi. Charity is meant for householders. Householders, a livelihood by, Prabhupada said, by honorable means, and spend 50% of the income to propagate Krishna consciousness. This is also, this makes it proper, this, what is it, fully purifying the existence of the person. Then the person feels I am working for Krishna. That is the ideal he had in his mind. Charity in the mode of goodness, but charity can be in goodness, passion, ignorance. Charity in mode of goodness, and person also should be qualified to accept charity. Why? How dare he can think about having another's hard-earned money unless he is living a pure life. Prabhupada said, unless you are living a pure life, you should not even dream to take charity from somebody. It is a sin. So charity should be taken only to propagate Krishna consciousness all over the world. And that is the charity in the mode of goodness. Damaha, this all goodness, passion, ignorance, charity will soon come. All these things will come. 16, 17, 18, these things will come. Now we have a chapter on 3 modes recently. So every activity will be now shown how it governs by Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, particularly on the 18th chapter. Dama, self-control, especially again meant for a householder. Because he has a wife, he has children, he can be lost in the family affection. So he should not give up his spiritual life because of the family responsibility. Then sacrifice, another for a householder. Sacrifice requires a lot of, just like big function, all this kind of religious events. Grihastha is the one who organizes. Others order the life, they have no money, they live by begging, so sacrifice, all these activities are from householder. Prabhupada says in Kali Yuga, the other sacrifices have become difficult. So yajna is sankirtana praya. The best sacrifice in Kali Yuga, yajna is to chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now the pandemic, when it gets over, so householders can organize in their house nice programs, kind of festival, have some kirtan, distribute prasadam, like that. So now summary, charity, sense control, open sacrifice meant for the householder. Then comes swadhyaya, Vedic study, and tapas, austerity, arjavam, gentleness, simplicity. These 4 qualities, swadhyaya means adhyan karna, Vedic study. Tapas means to do a lot of tapasya, austerities. Arjavam, be very gentle and simple. These are meant for a brahmacharya. Brahmachari should have no connection with women. They should live a life of celibacy, engage mind in study of the Vedic literature, cultivation of spiritual knowledge. Swadhyaya. This is, just like you're telling brahmachari today. They're not there, brahmachari. Some student was there. I should not talk all this, but he was dealing with this disturbed mind. And I said, why you're so disturbed, not able to study? Sir, actually the fact is I have a girlfriend. I said, who told you to do all this at this age? You are just in 10th class. So they're not brahmachari. They're all disturbed. Tapas or austerity specially meant for, now the last thing comes, tapas or austerity. Brahmachari also do, but austerity, vanaprastha, yes. Now in the Vedic time, they don't remain a householder throughout his own life, but we cannot do today. There is no vana to go. Okay, some pilgrimages we can go, but where is the vana? So that's not recommended. Prabhupada never recommended for his householder devotees. What he said was that start becoming more fixed up, more serious about spiritual life, and hand over the steering to younger generation. Now I have so many my classmates, my friends, and they say this is a problem because now many of them have reached 50 years of age, and the parents still want to control the situation. That becomes suffocating. So always it is good for the parents to know what to do at what age. Now we are 75, 80-year-old, better to focus on spiritual life, not to get into the details of, because one thing, Generation gap is there. They will not even understand how things change now. Over a period of time, things have changed. 2 generations have changed. So always it is good to them to become serious about spiritual life and become udasin about anxieties of material world. They have done their part. Now let them, 2 people cannot run the steering. So that can be done. They can become udasin. Okay, hand over the steering. It is said the father should hand over the steering when the child becomes 25-year-old grown up. Now, my dear child, you run the situation. And person as he crosses 50 years, he should start becoming more serious about spiritual life. Just like before exam, we should become very, very serious. Propose last 20, 30 years of life, we should be very serious about spiritual life. Okay. So today, the retired man has no engagement, so he becomes very disturbed, but he can, seriously engage. Man retired from household life must practice austerity of the body, mind, and tongue. That's very nice. Without tapasya or austerity, no human being can get liberation. That we should know. There is no need of austerities. One can go on speculating, everything will be fine. Austerity should be there, but not whimsical, as guided by the Shastra. Prabhupada says not true. Okay. As far as simplicity is concerned, Prabhupada said, but every member should be in the brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha. Every member should live very simply. Vedic culture was simple living and high thinking. Ahimsa, very interesting. The definition Prabhupada turns around. He said, do not arrest progress, spiritual progress, or any living entity. This is very interesting. Because ahimsa, because the Gandhi's movement is known to mean something else. Ahimsa means don't give pain to another person. Buddha also, when he said, ahimsa paro dharma, he also meant that. But Prabhupada is defining in a different way. There is a purpose. You see, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is every chapter telling Arjuna, kill. At the same time, he's saying ahimsa is a divine quality. The reason is, this is a qualified definition of ahimsa, higher definition of ahimsa. Because you cannot kill the soul. So don't arrest somebody's spiritual progress. That is ahimsa. Prabhupada says in India, people are naturally inclined. Indians are naturally inclined for spiritual life. But he said leaders are taking the away from that. That is himsa. People are not addicted to eating animal in spite of having ample supply of grains, fruits, and because the transportation are everywhere, food is available, vegetarian food, even in desert. Rather, they have more. If you go to countries, I visited Oman, I saw everything is available, more than what we have practically. They purchase everything, so there is no need then to give pain to the animal. When there is no other alternative, okay, one kills an animal, when it is offered, and that also after offering is sacrifice. Person who desiring to execute on spiritual life should not commit violence to animal. Real ahimsa does not means not checking anyone's spiritual progress. Animals are also making progress by experiential learning. From one body to another, don't give them, kill them. Because poor fellows to again come back to that form of life to complete his experiential learning, remaining days in order to promote to another species of life. So don't arrest his own spiritual progress. Ahimsa. Satyam. Don't distort the truth for a personal interest. Tell the truth. Purpose should be learned from a bona fide spiritual master. Shruti means one should hear from an authority. We should not interpret. Bhagavad Gita is full of hundreds of commentaries. Nobody cares. Is there any standard meaning? No. We can imagine any meaning. Akrodha. We should check anger. If there is a provocation also, we should tolerate. When you actually in Ayurveda, when you become angry, your whole system becomes disturbed, kapha, pitta, vayu, and you can become sick. So we can have something known as dutiful anger. That doesn't disturb you. Because suppose the father tells the child, why you are getting up so late every day, this is not good. That anger is not out of ego. That anger is fine. Sometimes anger is also there out of love for the Lord, like Hanuman was angry to see what Ravana was doing. That's different. That anger doesn't disturb the system. You don't get sick. And anger which comes out of, normal anger, count of ahankara, that is disturbing. Apayashuna means one should not find fault with others, correct them unnecessarily. Okay. So Prabhupada says you should be careful. Fault finding is not there. Our focus is on spiritual advancement, not in finding people's fault. People fault to show that I am better than people, so avoid. Hrit, one should be very modest and one must not perform some act which is abominable. Achapalam, Determination, one should not be agitated, frustrated in some attempt. Tejaha, this is for Kshatriya, always very strong and able to give protection to the weak. They should not pose themselves as non-violent. Violence is required, they must exhibit it. That's like Parikshit Maharaj, you saw somebody is killing a cow. And he was in a position of king, he took out a sword. How can he dare to do this? Give pain to animals in my kingdom. Shaucha means cleanliness, but Prabhupada said everything should be clean. And this should be specially now meant for mercantile Vaishyas. Be careful not to deal in the black market. This is for Vaishyas, not Shaucha. Nati manita, not expecting honor, applied to the Shudras. Worker class, they should obey whatever is told to them. So, nobody is Shudra by birth, it's by his own choice. He has come there. In Vedic times, Shudra is one who does not agree to give a commitment of values. He's called not who doesn't take second initiation, second birth, only one birth. Animal also get one birth. Second birth means he takes a Shastra as the mother and Guru as the father. So if he doesn't do that, then he's not given high responsibilities of Vaishya, Kshatriya, and Brahmana. He stays as a Shudra. But he has a very important role to play in the society as well, but he should not expect honor, because how he can expect honor? He's not ready to commit that he will not drink whole life. He's not ready to commit that he will not gamble whole life. So why he should get any honor? That was the idea. He should not be puffed up with unnecessary prestige. Honor should remain in status. Duty of Shudras to offer respect to higher classes for the upkeep of the social order. Now the 16 qualifications mentioned here, Prabhupada said these are all transcendental. They should be cultivated at different status orders, are developed by practice gradually, all classes of men, then gradually it will be possible to rise to a higher platform of transcendental realization. Everybody should take his own role. Okay? It's okay? Should I proceed? You're all hearing Bhagavad Gita. We are all divine people, so not much time to spend.
Prabhuji, can you just repeat what is Vanaprastha?
See, Vanaprastha is after 50 years in the Vedic time. 50% of the life person now Vana means the forest. He lives a life of tapasya. Because of the householder, he can have all the luxuries, He will have all the facilities and luxuries of the householder. So he slowly wants to enter into sannyasa. That's the via media is Vanaprastha.
Okay, thank you.
The life of austerity. Generally easy thing. You can go to holy places. That is one part of Vanaprastha. That we can do today. Other things are not recommended by acharyas, seeing the body and mental situation of Kali Yuga. They all say, just become a bit udasi. Means too much. Say, suppose somebody is 70-year-old, 80-year-old. Don't get involved too much into material affairs. Let the children manage the show. You sit and read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and become udasi. Otherwise, what happens? They become very disturbed. You're not giving me attention. I'm alone. I'm having pain. Nobody asks me anything. You become very disturbed. And I know one person, whole day he was reading newspaper, whole day. One of my friend's father. And whole day he will be disturbed. What will be the result if you do that? And whole day discuss politics. This person says like that, as if some resolution is very important. In Bangalore, one day I was walking. I stayed in Bangalore for 10 years. And as part of ISKCON. So I've seen that how in a park all the old people gather in the evening and they whole day been reading newspaper and they discuss big politics and as if some important resolution is being passed. Are you're going to die any day, any one of you. Anyway, any time we can die, but old age people, the probability increases day by day. So let us focus on spiritual life. Exam is coming any time. Instead of getting involved in the politics of this world or so many affairs or the details. I remember one of my relatives so obsessed, man, that grandson is not doing well. Hare Baba, leave it. Tell your son to manage. You focus. See, when the exam comes, don't we withdraw ourselves from everything? Withdraw from everything. So major exam is coming, which we have studied in the 8th chapter. Now you're able to remember which chapter you studied what? Actually, I tell you honestly, if you want to do that, you have to study Gita 4 times, what we are doing now. Every day, one chapter, 4 times. Then it's, now I know which chapter talks about what. The 8th chapter talked about at the time of leaving the body, what we should do. Correct? So at time of death, supposed to think about the Lord. So that is an exam. That's a life is the preparation, death is the examination. But instead of preparing for the death, he becomes, distracted. That's not expected. Okay, so I proceed. Dambodharpabhimanascha krodha parusha evacha ajnanam cha vijatasya partha sampatam. Arrogance, pride, anger, conceit, harshness, ignorance, these qualities belong to those of demonic nature. Can you all see? This is the study we do word by word. Now I have one, slowly I'm going to start a course which is known as Bhakti Shastri. Now that will be for the people who are very, very serious because it involves some energy to be put. We will be studying maybe 1 or 2 verses a day. It takes me 6 months to 1 year depending on how serious. Suppose I do 2 verses a day, or I may not be able to do daily classes, at least alternate day or weekend classes, but then they will given for the week to study. I will open that course very soon. In fact, ISKCON has asked me start the course immediately. What we do is that, can you see that how the purport is studied? Word by word we study the meaning and understand every explanation. So it becomes very nice. Like this, every line is studied. Don't you think anybody wants to do that? My one request will be, yesterday also, please stay in the groups even after the course is over, because I have no other means of connection to you. The registration is all 10,000, 11,000. It's impossible to trace people out, and I may not be able to remember the names, and not every name will be even saved in my mobile as a limitation. So please stay in the WhatsApp groups you are in, even after the course, and then I will be able to invite you for different things. When some things I read, I can share something with you. Okay? So let us go back to the presentation. There it is done properly.
Prabhuji, Bhakti Vriksha is, I was under the impression that it is the word by word serious discourse. It is not so.
No, Bhakti Vriksha will also do that, but Bhakti Shastri is an official course by ISKCON. You get a degree.
Oh, okay.
That is very exhaustive. It's a scholar level course. Okay. If you do Bhakti Shastri, your name also changes. You can say your name Bhakti Shastri and the name. And if you go to any ISKCON temple, you said you're Bhakti Shastri, they will ask you when to take a class. It's a very respected degree in ISKCON. Mm-hmm. That is only Gita. Then there is Bhakti Vaibhava, study of Bhagavatam. Then there is even ISKCON, our Acharya has a title Bhakti Vedanta. You get even that, Bhakti Vedanta. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita, 3 books. And not on, see what happens, it is actually needed in the institution also. We do that for members, because say somebody said, you read Bhagavad Gita, pada. But kya pada matlab? We have to check. Pada matlab newspaper ki tarah pada, dhang se pada, we do not know. Yeah. So if you do not make a system, then it's like it has a huge question bank, which I have. So if I give you, say, 4 shlokas to be read, then I'll give you questions, and I will be able to check whether you understand every word meaning very carefully. Just like somebody asked in the beginning of the class, can you just divide it by Varnashrama? Then we went there. And more or less we know now, but to have a really detail, we like to go through that 1 or 2 times more. That's the idea. So I would like to start Bhakti Shastri course very soon. And so stay in the group, but that requires commitment of time, because you will not be able to do if you're not coming. Because now, see, we study the class, but I've kept a small quiz, but that's a very light quiz. It's not a tough quiz of a chapter. Bhakti Shastri quiz for a chapter, you'll have to read the chapter word by word. That is the difference. Okay. Bhakti, Vriksha is more of cultivating what you have learned. It's not a very heavy dose. Cultivating. Bhakti Shastri will be with examinations. Bhakti Vriksha, I'm not making it so tough. It will be little. It's more serious than now, but you can say on the way. Bhakti Vriksha meaning is this. Because if somebody reads Bhagavad Gita, just like Arjuna surrendered to Krishna, in his heart some bhakti developed, natural. I want to more enhance it. Bhagavad Gita, if it doesn't do, then something is wrong with the presenter. Because that's what the Gita is supposed to do. What happened to Arjuna was after he heard Krishna, he surrendered to his lotus feet. So that should come to his picture. So that is Bhakti Vriksha, to keep watering the tree, and it should become a big tree. The faith should become more solid as a Bhakti Vriksha. Bhakti Shastri is more a scholar course. It's a scholar course. Okay.
Sure.
Different names with some objective. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
so-
you.
Okay, now let us go back to the presentation. Here it is. So thank you. I'm encouraged the people wanted to know the words. Okay. This is some Dambo Darpa Abhimanascha Krodha Parisha Evacha Agyanam Cha Abhijatasya Partha Sampada Asura. These are all arrogance, pride, anger. These are harshness. These are qualities of a demonic person. Just like an elephant comes, it's trying to show himself off. That's the behavior we sometimes do. Hey, get out from it. Just unnecessarily disturb people. Devi, and now sometimes you may get bewildered that I may having Devi or some, but just check out, are we having Rajaguna, Tamoguna? Because it's not that Devi Sampat means he has horns. A person can develop demonic qualities if he is careless. These qualities are developed in his system, so you should be very, very careful. If Rajoguna, Tamoguna are there in the system, we studied Rajoguna, Tamoguna, we had a whole chapter on that. Then a person start behaving Asura. You start disturbing people. And sometimes we have people come and say, see, my wife behaved in this way, my husband behaved in this way, my father behaved in this way. Because Rajoguna, Tamoguna were there in the system, it will disturb other people. Now, the transcendental qualities are conducted liberation where the demonic qualities make for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born in divine qualities. See, Krishna is not flattering. What is true is encouraging. That's mark of a good. You can keep learning from Krishna because all of us are teacher for somebody, everybody. Father is teaching his wife and children, wife is teaching children, or they are in a organization, you are teaching your dependents. So we should develop divine qualities. Otherwise, we disturb people. So he's saying, Arjuna, and the one learning from Krishna, keep encouraging, which is a true fact. He is not flattering Arjuna. It's a fact. He's encouraging. Teacher should encourage sometime. We have, oh Arjuna, you're born with divine qualities. It's a fact. He's encouraging him by the fact. Oh, son of Pritha, in the world there are two kinds of created. One is called divine, one is called demonic. I told you at length about the divine. The first three verses I read. Now let me tell more about demonic. And actually, when I read this chapter, I get a shock. I thought I am divine. I thought I was divine, but I am demonic. Pravittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidurasuraha na shautam na pichacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Those are demonic, do not know what is to be done, what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. This is qualities of demonic people. They don't know what is to be done, what is not to be done. Asatyam apritashtam te jagodau anishwaram aparaspara sambhutam kimanyat kama hetukam. They say that the word is unreal. This is very, very popular among, this world is unreal. And there is no foundation and that there is no God in control. That's what the people are presenting like that. There is so much anxiety all the time. The world is unreal. There is no foundation. There is no God in control. It is produced by accident. That's what they say. Just like a man and woman meet, child is there. How it happened? Accidentally. So the world came by an accident. It has no purpose. And therefore, it becomes very dangerous because if that is the kind of philosophy we are in, very difficult to have any values. Because unless there is a goal, there is nothing good, nothing bad. Following such conclusions, the demonic who are lost to themselves or have no intelligence engage in unbeneficial, horrible work meant to destroy this world. That's an unfortunate situation. They do such kind of activity to destroy the world. Just like Prabhupada says, they created atomic bomb. This is more foolish. Already people are dying. But why you want to kill people more fast? The demonic takes shelter of insatiable lust, pride, and false prestige. So anyway, even atomic bomb, if it is the wrong hand, that's become totally demonic. Just like these bombs in the hand of, terrorists in India, there was a time when an organization was just putting bombs in public places one after another. So demonic it is. Innocent people in the street, they have nothing to do. Why you're killing them? For no purpose. Demonic. Take shelter of insatiable lust, pride, and false prestige, thus being illusioned are always drawn to unclean work, attracted by the impermanent. They're interested in all these things, attracted by the impermanent. They believe to gratify the sense unto the end of life, the prime necessity of human civilization. That's what the thing. They know end to their anxiety, being bound by hundreds of thousands of desires by lust and anger. They secure money by illegal means for sense gratification. The demonic person thinks, I have so much wealth I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. And now, oh my God. So that demonic, the point is the devotee is focuses on so much knowledge I have today, so much devotion I have today. Tomorrow that will be more. His focus is there. So he's doing business, his focus is on his duty more than every day. That becomes then Nishkam karma is only peace. He becomes Sakama karma. Sakama karma yogi will not be as peaceful as Nishkama karma yogi. Just like you're say a doctor, you're in medical profession. You're doing a job very nicely. Not every day counting how, oh, this patient has come. There was one student of mine, doctor. So I asked him one day, every day you are a surgeon, you are a super specialist, are cutting bodies. Don't you feel detached from the bodies? Because you see it's just bag of, bones and blood at the end of the day. You're seeing it. We have to philosophize. You see it every day. He said, no, I'm not thinking all that. So what do you think? I only think of money all the time. So that's not good. So he should be doing his duty and not so much fruitive at every time. Oh, this patient has come, just like in a garage. I was joking to some doctor students. Do you feel like that? In the garage, when a vehicle comes badly damaged, they have a celebration. Look at it. Today we're going to make lakhs of rupees. So when a patient comes very sick, do you feel compassionate or you feel, oh, good opportunity today? So much wealth is mine now and it will increase the future. No, so focus should be so much is my devotion now, it will increase the future. That is good. He is my enemy and I've killed him. No, no, no. Devotee has no enemy. He has no enemy. He wishes well for everybody. My enemy will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything and I am the enjoyer. I am perfect. He never can accept a fault. When Prahlad Maharaj told his father Hiranyakashipu, give up your demonic mentality, please control your senses, he became angry. He could not expect. I am perfect. I am powerful and happy. I am the richest man surrounded by aristocratic relative. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifice. I shall give charity. I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. Thus perplexed by various anxieties and bound by network of illusion, one becomes too strongly attached to sense enjoyment and falls down to hell. 718. Bewildered by false ego, strength, pride, lust, anger, the demon become envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The case of Shishupal becoming angry, who is situated in his own body, in the body of others, and who blasphemes against real religion. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, are cast by me into the ocean of material existence, into various demonic species of life. 20. Attaining repeated birth among the species of demonic life, such person can never approach me. Gradually they sink down to the most abominable type of existence. So Krishna is not encouraging demonic attitude. 3 with them, the 3 gates leading to hell, that is lust, anger and greed. We can see that. It's always easy to go down, always difficult to climb. Always remember this point. It's difficult to climb always. We need a good association. Just like we are in good association. See, we are reading Bhagavad Gita every day. Have a guarantee, nothing wrong you'll learn from Gita. There's never anything, single wrong word is there in Gita. So if you are associating with Gita in congregation, alone maybe you'll not read so carefully, you will follow. So this is a little reality today. You look at the youngsters. When we were young, most of the audience is my age. So when we were young, wasn't it true? We never had tuition. It was a matter of shame if you have a tuition. Matter of shame. You used to hide it. My father felt I am weak in English. He put a tuition for me in English, and it was a matter of shame for me. I'll not let any one of my classmates know I'm having actually tuitions. But today, if somebody is not having tuition, that is unusual. But why it has become a culture? Because nobody can study on his own. The atmosphere is so disturbed by so many reasons. Youngsters cannot study on their own. They need to go to tuition, they need to sit down. But the same way, even we are also affected by the atmosphere today. See, we can easily study Gita together, but alone we may not be able to do. So this we can take help of internet, and we can concentrate. That's why the Bhakti Vriksha purpose, let it continue. Some more studies of Upanishads, Bhagavatam, and also some maybe more detailed study of Gita, and also really practices now. Okay, we are only studying Bhagavad. Where are the practices? Implementing about Gita in our personal life. So lust, anger, and greed easily pulls us down. Idle mind is devil's workshop. We are easily victimized. So we keep ourselves busy in some good work whole day. Keep a challenge. Always keep a challenge in your day. Something, a challenge. Otherwise, mind is idle. And mind is idle means dangerous. Three gates leading to hell: lust, anger, or greed, because whole media is infested with these three things. Whole atmosphere, rather, is infested. We can easily be victimized. Every sane man should give them up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. The man who has escaped the three gates, of hell, O son of Kunti, perform act conducive for self-realization, thus gradually attain the supreme destination. Now we are in 16. There is only one more chapter now. Then 18, the final chapter. 2 more days. Yashasrividim usrijya vartate kamakarataha natasiddhi vavapnoti na sukam cha param gatim. So Krishna says, very careful. You should read the Shastra, because Shastra will guide us. We are today depending on the mind. The mind is very dangerous. We should lose faith in the mind. He doesn't give us correct guidance all the time. We know that. He gives us so many times wrong. So Shastra Vidhi, not Mana Vidhi. Shastra Vidhi we should not give them. We give up Shastra Vidhi and Vartate Kama Karita, do whatever you like to do. Then there will be no perfection, no happiness, nor the supreme destination. Tasma Shastram Pramanam Te. One should understand what is duty, what is not duty by the regulations of the Shastra. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. Done. Chapter is finished. Okay. Any questions on the chapter, or then or other things?
Prabhuji, do you also teach Vedas?
Vedas. Which Veda you want to learn? See, part of the Vedas is Upanishads. So we study one Upanishad which is very sweet. That is called Isha Upanishad.
Okay.
Then, then another thing is that Vedas are summarized in Vedanta Sutra, and Vedanta Sutra is the summary. Vedanta Sutra. There are 550 odd sutras. Now, Vedanta Sutra Bhashya Srimad Bhagavatam. And when I study Srimad Bhagavatam, I'm actually studying the cream of the Vedas. Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam. I'm studying the ripened fruit of the Vedic knowledge. So if you study Srimad Bhagavatam with us, you are actually studying the Vedas in the best way. Okay, that is not ordinary. Bhagavatam with 18,000 verses. It will be impossible to even go through that.
Swamiji, one question is there. In Brahmacharya ashram, always things are said that man should not go to the woman.
Man
This
should
is
not?
because go to the woman. So
Yeah.
in ancient time, there are no girls are studying there, or like sometimes what happens that children always ask that why that way, why woman has downgraded basically.
No. For man is a woman, woman is a man. Okay, now, so both are. Okay, now, see, idea is this. What is the idea? Let us understand. He should not have a privacy. I'm also dealing, no? I'm a brahmachari, so I should not talk. No, I should not have a private relationship in a secluded, isolated place. I'm sitting and talking to women. Anybody should become angry and give me a slap if I do that. That's not shouldn't be recommended. Correct? They should
Same
not.
way for
The business
if
of
they
girlfriend. No, the
sannyasi, then
business of girlfriend should not be there. That's all.
no woman becomes sannyasi, then that's same thing to them, vice versa.
No, not sannyasi. See, any woman who's practicing, even she is also studying. She should also, for her, man is an illusion. For a man, woman is an illusion. You understand? So you should be careful. See what happens. There is a biological thing. A man gets attracted to a woman. That's within your, system. Therefore, we should know that we take care. Just take care. Don't get involved in a private relationship. That's all. That's called girlfriend-boyfriend business. See, I tell you very simple. This I've been teaching to youngsters. I teach them. First marriage, then love. Don't do reverse. Just like, say, if I buy a property, if I buy some land for the temple, first I study the documents. Isn't it? Go to lawyers. And then I invest my money. Now, suppose I invest my money without an agreement, then what's going to happen? Word of mouth has no value. Grown up here. Actually, there's a class for the children. The word of mouth has no value. So, because easily today you see so many crimes are happening because either of them just walk away from the relationship because there is no commitment. In any religion, marriage was introduced because there is some sort of,
Guruji, Guruji,
yeah, you feel it, I'm wrong? Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Somebody.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
This is Sujata. Like how you said, men have that. Somebody else also asked now about men being brahmachari. Like that, do you have in our histories like anything? Women sannyasins who have taken up spiritualism at a very young age and
See
have
what
not.
happens socially in India, brahmacharini ashram is unacceptable because socially people will suppose I am a brahmachari and maintaining a brahmacharini ashram, it will cast aspersion in the society more than any good. Oh, oh, Swamiji has a group of girls unmarried, he's maintaining with them. That will be socially, we have to be careful how people will disturb us. In America, you don't have brahmachari in ashram, you will be in trouble. The society will be very upset with that. It's a reverse psychology. In Prabhupada, when he came to America, it did something unheard of in our history. He opened brahmachari in ashram. He opened and he gave equal opportunity to them, but he had rules in the place. He never allowed unmarried boys and girls together to go for some service. No, you should always see that there is some kind of distance kept. You understand? For the purity of
Yes,
the brahmachari. So some rules and
another thing.
regulations. Yeah, but
Another
sannyasi
thing.
is sannyasi is a different situation. A boy, say you are supposed 50, 60-year-old, you walk from one town to another town preaching. You can do that. A woman cannot do no. She's physically weak. Anybody can kidnap her. So therefore she stays in the protection, not as free as a man who can just walk around. So generally women don't take sannyasa. Women go till vanaprastha and then they come back home and live under protection of the children's where the man goes for sannyasa. That was the Vedic system.
Another thing, once you mentioned that during the classes to know about the that other gods have evolved out of Lord Krishna. Is it the name of the book Brahma Samhita? I want the
Yes,
exactly.
you should study that book because I think
Uh,
practically every Hindu should study that book because we never heard clearly about relation between these personalities. I tell you, you go to somebody, he will glorify Durga. Somebody will glorify Shiva. Somebody will glorify Ganesha. Somebody will glorify something. And at the end of it, we don't know how they are related to each other. We never know. So we want see these words we have not created. You didn't create Durga, Ganesha. These are from the Shastra. So is there somewhere in the Shastra by some authority clear relationship between them? That is Brahma Samhita. It's a beautiful book. You can read Brahma Samhita, but
do you have it in the ISKCON collection of books? Do you have it in the ISKCON collection of books?
no, yeah, we have. See, you write to me, I will give you the. See, there is one place where you can get all the books. There is some people I know who have done it. Okay, I'll show you. This is Krishna Path. He has done it. Yeah, all Prabhupada original books. He's himself saying, yes, see, all the books are there. Can you see this e-books? Yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. This was, offline. There is one more place, Mataji. I tell you something very, very interesting. Now, today we are almost closing the books, how to have. I should share with you actually. You can type this thing. Can you see gitabase.com? And when you go to gitabase.com, there is something called download app. You can download the app and you get all the books on your mobile, all the books on your mobile as an app. It's very, very offline thing. Actually, this is he's not in the Play Store because actually this somebody who has not did not take permission just went ahead. So he has not put in the Play Store. Actually, he should have taken for permission. ISKCON would have given, but he did the whole thing and scared that ISKCON may take action. He went outside. So this app is not in the Play Store. You have to download from this place. It's a safe app. and he's doing, it's a freeware, you know, freeware means always donate button will be on one corner. You download the app and all the books come on your mobile. You can choose what you want,
We need to
Russian.
download it from the Google.
No, you type gitabase.com.
Okay.
Can you see that? gitabase.com. You get all the books on your mobile. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And then you have database online. This is database which I use. This is online. This was gitabase.com. In offline, all the books are with you. This is database, and you see all the books are here. You have Bhagavad. Okay. So I think we have not finished the mind control, no? Why don't we do that today?
Prabhuji, I have one question. Can I proceed?
Yeah.
So you talked about this Rajo, that is Tattva, the three types of qualities, Rajo and Tamas and Sattva Guna. So are they associated with the soul in a birth, or just it belongs only to that birth? And you told the soul have a memory, so which will be carried for to the next birth also. So if a soul is having any of these qualities, will it continue in the next birth also for the soul, or it only relates to this particular?
Logically, see what happens. The body is only the hardware. Your DNA only controls your hardware, not the software. Software is the mind and the soul, right? The soul always is pure. Soul is only sleeping now. That's all. Soul is never polluted. Soul is actually in slumber now. All the unwanted silly ideas are stored in an external hard disk, that is this silly mind, which you carry from one body to another. So the same unwanted desires will continue. You have to wash it. Suppose if somebody is very suffocated, disturbed by the mind, suicide will not help him because the same thing will continue in the next life. Or even running away to the forest will be of no use because same mind will also accompany you in a forest. Correct? Sometimes two disturbed people think, okay, no, I'll leave everything one day. Don't worry, your mind will be with you. Where you will go. You cannot run away.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
Okay, so we have to take mind to the task. We cannot run away.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Sir, one question, sir. Brahma Samhita and Brahma Sutras both are different, sir.
Yes, Brahma Sutras are like, very beautiful thing it is. I tell you, Brahma Sutra concept. The Brahma Sutras are like in physics formulas. You studied physics in your school days, right? F equal
Yes,
to
sir.
NA. Now, if a simple thing, I also don't remember much now science, and like all of us, we studied F equal to MA, and the explanation of F equal to MA may be 20-30 pages, detailed explanation. Okay? So same way, each sutra is a summary. Anandamayo bhyasat, every living entity is looking for happiness. Athada brahma jigyasa, now we should inquire about absolute truth. Janmadi asya yataha, definition of God. The truth is that from which everything is coming. Sa ashaja, sa aikshaja, the Lord just glanced. So these kind of 500 odd sutras were designed by Vedavyasa, in which very systematically organized the sutras, so that if you say it is a philosophy which is Vedic, means you are representing the Vedas, you cannot contradict a single sutra. That is it. So if suppose tomorrow you say, I have some philosophy, I will say, please show that your philosophy does not contradict any sutra. If it does so, it is not a Vedic philosophy. So Vedavyasa made it compulsory that you have to have bhashya when you're presenting your philosophy. So when you're asking ISKCON, you can ask, what is your bhashya? Our bhashya is Bhagavata itself, which is Vedavyasa's commentary on the Vedanta. So the Vedavyasa himself gave a commentary of Vedanta Sutra, which is known as Bhagavata, Srimad Bhagavata. Okay, now it's clear? Brahma Samhita, on the other hand, is a PhD thesis of Brahma, where he composes in his stage of total realization of the Lord, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vritti Bhanti Pashyanti Panti Kalayanti Charam Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitaves Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Beautiful praise. All ending with Govindamadi Purusham. It is Govinda I worship. That is Brahma Samhita. where he explains the reason why is he doing so.
And Narada Bhakti Sutras is different, sir.
Yeah, that is Narada's guidance on how to be a perfect devotee. He is actually the guru, empowered Bhakti Shakti. He can give bhakti to anybody. That is Narada.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Anyway, see, the last portion was in the mind control, which I have not taught you. That is mainly essence is that the sadhana, spiritual practices of chanting and hearing. That is the main essence I can see here. Fix a goal of life, set your priorities properly. Wake up the soul. Yeah. Any other question? Okay, why don't we, I told you we'll do in the beginning that, why don't you do that? Prabhupada prayer on the ship. Amazing. We will read this prayer. I tell you, when I read this prayer, I was a new person to the temple. I shook for some time, could not believe. Can somebody have this level of, seriousness? Okay. Yesterday night, I read that to the other group. Okay. Maybe we, prayer by Srila Prabhupada about the Jaladuta. Even, some people have made nice video also on this. Okay. This is very, very touching prayer. Somebody like to read the meaning? Voice is clear. Like to read?
Yes.
Yeah. You have to take care every time. So just wait. Let me clear the background sound. Yeah. Somebody like to read? Try.
My dear Lord Krishna, you are so kind upon this useless soul, but I do not know why you have brought me here. Now you can do whatever you like with me.
Okay, this is a prayer when Prabhupada sees the American coast. Okay, he writes in his pens down in his diary this prayer. Okay, continue.
But I guess you have some business here. Otherwise, why would you bring me to this terrible place? Most of the population here is covered by the material modes of ignorance and passion. Absorbed in the material life, they think themselves very happy and satisfied, and therefore they have no taste for the transcendental message of Vasudeva. I don't know how they will be able to understand it. But I know your causeless mercy can make everything possible because you're the most expert mystic. How will they understand the mellows of devotional service? Oh Lord, I am simply praying
For your mercy. Oh Lord, I am simply praying for your mercy so that I will be able to convince them about your message. All living entities have come under the control of illusory energy by your will, and therefore, if you like, by your will, they can also be released from the clutches of illusion. I wish that you may deliver them. Therefore, if you have so desired their deliverance, then only will they be able to understand your message. The words of Srimad Bhagavatam are your incarnation. If a sober person repeatedly receives with submissive order assertion, then he will be able to understand your message. Then Prabhupada prints down 5 shlokas of Bhagavatam which show in the beginning of Bhagavatam how a person changes after hearing the Bhagavatam. Shanvatam Sakata Krishna, that's he knows this is the process which will work. He's not having some other plan to make people devotees. He knows this will work and he has to accomplish this process. Shanvatam Sakata Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtanaha. So anybody hears about Krishna, Shanvatam Sakata Krishna, it is so auspicious. Hridayanto se badhanani, all the unwanted things are washed from the heart. Vidhunoti suhsatam. The Lord does it because He's your best friend. When you start hearing about Him, Krishna helps us to see that our heart is clean. Nashta prayashu bhadreshu. And as the heart starts becoming clean by hearing about the Lord, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, not that, one day, every day, regularly hearing Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam are same, and there is not much different. Bhagavatam is only detailed. Bhagavati Uttama Shloka Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. So Bhakti develops to the Lord as a firm fact, Naistiki. Tada Rajastamo Bhava, then as a Rajoguna Tamoguna disappear away gradually as you are hearing Gita and Bhagavatam. Kama Lobha Dayasche, the lust and greed vanishes from the heart. Chete ete anaviddam sitam sattva prasidati. The person experiences sattva and actually he becomes happy. So he becomes happy when Rajoguna Tamoguna is kicked out of the system. And how does it happen? By repeatedly hearing Bhagavatam. Evam prasanna manoso, now the person who is joyful, Bhagavad Bhakti Yogata, he can taste now Bhagavad Bhakti. Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam, he can understand Bhagavad Tattvana, Mukta Sangha Sajayate, because he is now free from all unwanted association. Vidyate Hridaya Granthi, now all the knots in his heart are removed. Chiddate Sarva Samshaya, all doubts are gone. Knots means a lot of attachments he has in this world, which is cut off. Chiddate Sarva Samshaya, all doubts go away. Shriyanta Karmani Dishtraivatmanishari. Now he is able to understand the Lord perfectly. So this is given in the Bhagavatam 1 to 70, second chapter of the Bhagavatam. What happens when we are actually regularly hearing Bhagavatam? How slowly our heart becomes purified and we are able to understand the Lord. This is the explanation. Then you see he's pinning down what he's going to be success formula. It's very clear about it. He will thus become, anybody like to read now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. He will become liberated. Start from there.
Yes. He will become liberated from the influence of the modes of ignorance and passion, and thus all inauspicious things accumulated in the core of the heart will disappear. How will I make them understand this message of Krishna consciousness? I am very unfortunate, unqualified, and the most fallen. Therefore, I am seeking your benediction so that I can convince them, for I am powerless to do so on my own. Somehow or other, O Lord, you have brought me here to speak about you. Now, my Lord, it is up to you. Make me a success or failure as you like. O spiritual master of all the words, I can simply repeat your message. So, if you like, you can make my power of speaking suitable for their understanding. Only by your causeless mercy will my words become pure. I am sure that when this transcendental message penetrates with their hearts, they will certainly feel enlightened and thus become liberated from all unhappy conditions of life. Oh Lord, I am just like a puppet in your hands. So if you have brought me here to dance, then make me dance. Make me dance, oh Lord. Make me dance as you like. I have no devotion, nor do I have any knowledge, but I have strong faith in the holy name of Krishna. I have been designated as Bhakti Vedanta, and now, if you like, you can fulfill the real purport of Bhakti Vedanta.
Yeah, sign the most unfortunate, insignificant beggar, A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami on board the ship Jaladuta. So very touching, simple, sincere prayer, very touching prayer. In fact, yes.
Prabhuji, can you share this thing or give the reference where we can download this
Prayer? Oh, this is beautiful. I'll share with you. Just
okay, Prabhuji.
Just write it so I don't forget. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Everybody is clear now. So take care of these things at least. See, if you can do that, is best on the net because I have organized things. See, this is your website, you know, and here you go to the website and you see here Bhakti Vriksha. Okay, this is for continuing the study. And actually, I was just reflecting. If the people are serious, I can convert Bhakti Vriksha itself to Bhakti Shastri, but provided if they're all, everybody is very serious. Okay, or people.
Yeah,
We
yes,
can
from my
level.
side.
I think that
Yes,
is better.
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yes,
I
yes,
think
from
that's
my
better.
side,
We
Prabhuji.
two places we can't do. We will have maybe
Yeah.
level 1, level 2. Level 1 was very serious. They can
Yes,
start
Prabhu.
with Shastri itself.
Yes.
Level 2
Yes.
who can have a general get together because it's also needed some people like kitty party. You know, it works for some people. We meet sometimes
Yeah.
and we laugh together. They're feeling, you know, some connection as like a soul. Some
Connection.
people want to be at that level. Let it be that level. And suppose very serious, you straight away go for Bhakti Shastri. Okay. But at least a
Yes.
place we meet every once a week, at least, or twice a week. Now, presently, the timing I like to discuss with you people. Presently, the time I have given them in the afternoon, 1:30 to 3, which is 3 days: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
But Fridays we will be missing,
Now,
Prabhu.
I was just guessing. Now, if this is not convenient, another time which I have is night 9 o'clock, which is convenient to you people.
Night, 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 9
Night
o'clock is
9
better.
o'clock any day convenient. Yes, Prabhu.
for even for people who are not in India, that time is convenient because that's morning for them. Correct?
Yes.
Pleasant.
Yes.
And because
Yeah.
morning is going to this class 6 to 8, and then 8 o'clock Bhagavatam I'm blocked. Then after that comes 10, 11 o'clock, but that it kept it free for our temple duties. Then I have 3 o'clock class, then I have 7 o'clock class, only one free night 9 o'clock class. Maybe that we can keep. For this batch, that is better, night 9 o'clock.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes,
That time is
Prabhu.
actually better. Yeah.
Everybody?
Prabhuji, if mornings are the most ideal and 6 a.m. is the best, and the two for a serious study which you want to take us to Bhakti Shastri, if that were not to be the case, then obviously it will be 9 p.m.
Okay, 9 p.m. becomes for people in India is not a problem.
It is fine, but
People in
those
America,
outside India, it will be difficult. Yes.
for them it's morning. In America, it becomes morning, and morning they have to run to office. The last thing they like to do is
Run to office. It will be difficult.
for them it's 6 a.m. in the India. They are having that time.
Yeah.
Prabhuji,
No, see,
Prabhuji,
the
I'm
idea is this.
no.
Maybe I can
Including.
make it. See, the issue is this that no, I'm greedy because a new batch
How
also
about
I
5
need.
a.m.? How about 5 a.m., Prabhuji?
I do not know. 5 is for me. It's fine. We get up 3:30. But for people,
Yeah,
some people
I
may be
know.
very big austerity. 5. Oh my God! Already 6. Tough.
5 o'clock is
No, if
actually an ideal time, I feel, Prabhuji, you know.
yeah, if people want to be serious, I think 5 a.m. could be meant for such people.
5 a.m. is fine, Prabhuji.
Yeah, that will suit, sir. Guruji, that is also okay.
Okay. So I 5 is convenient to me because 9 I have something else in my mind also. There is a book I tell you. You are all enjoying this book Bhagavatam. Some of you are already joining me 8 o'clock.
Yes,
Very
Prabhuji. You
nectar.
said 9 o'clock Bhagavatam teacher.
Morning 8 o'clock. So in the night 9 o'clock, I was planning to teach a book called Chaitanya Charitamrita. But if I start Bhakti Shastri, it requires me preparation. I have to prepare myself 3-4 hours. So I do not know. But night 9 o'clock is Chaitanya Charitamrita was in my mind too. You know, the most sweetest book is Chaitanya Charitamrita. Unimaginably sweet. I'll invite you someday for Chaitanya Charitamrita class. You say, this is unbelievable. Can the book be so sweet? It's like Bhagavad Gita is basic. God is great. I am his servant. Bhagavatam goes to the house where Krishna introduces his house. But Chaitanya Charitamrita goes to the intimate dealing in the house. It's unbelievably sweet book, and as big as Bhagavatam. So we study these three books, okay, I have the God input now. I'll maybe let us see which is better. 5 to 6, where we put 5 to 6 and we do 9 to 10 when we see how many people are able to come here, how many people are come there. And how many times in a week? Once a week, twice a week?
It should be minimum twice.
So Friday, Saturday is better. But Sunday is not better. No, Sunday we want to finish up the things. Everybody is having generally Saturday, Sunday off generally. So
Yes.
if it is night, then Friday, Saturday night are best, 9 to 10.
Okay.
And if it is morning, then Saturday, Sunday morning are better. Because morning is okay on Sunday. Then they will be busy with
Morning is okay, sir.
Huh?
Prabhuji, morning is okay.
What? What time? 3 o'clock? 4 o'clock?
5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock.
No. My problem is 6 will be I will be taking a batch again with the new upcoming batch.
Go for 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
5 or 9 only. Yeah.
Okay. We will try both maybe. We will give chance and see how many people come in the morning, how many evening, and we see what people prefer automatically seen by the result. So we start with this weekend, itself. But afternoon is not convenient for you all, no? But generally has been fixed already because many people are already complaining. What happened? Afternoon time is convenient for ladies when husband is not at home. Because some ladies, the husband is not cooperating. So they
This
don't want to
afternoon,
be in his
Bhakti
presence.
Vriksha is okay, sir. But Fridays we won't be there because it is working day.
Those who are working doesn't
Except
work
Friday,
out for them.
Saturday, Sunday, okay. Friday is also convenient. 1:30 is convenient only, but Friday it is working for us.
So I think Friday night and Saturday night is or Saturday morning or Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
I'll keep two options because see I'm also
Yes.
having 400 people now with me in 3 groups
Okay.
together. So that much big coming for the class will not be ideal because we cannot interact them. So better we give them two options. It will split out on its own. Some people let them come. So we have timing then announced. Give me all blessing and strength so I can do it. Friday night and Saturday night and our Saturday morning and Sunday morning. Two different Bhakti Vrikshas. Apart
Saturday
from
morning or Sunday morning?
no, I'll give
Prabhuji,
both
now
options.
we are able to do only 5 to 6 strings.
No, I'll give both options because 3 groups people will come and you will find some new members from other. I'm doing 3 groups in a day. A morning is 100 roughly, reducing nowadays. I know. I request them to stay to at least finish the Gita. They're running away before that. Some is afternoon batch, some is a night batch. So we will have 3 options. 100 afternoon is 150 people, and night is I have another 150. 400 people are there now. So I wish all of them join me if I give enough options. So morning, afternoon, night on the weekend, they can select whichever it is, and I hope we will be able to take. And I will also request some people to help me in preparing the material or anything that will be there. Participate more actively.
Yes.
Or what is a class?
Yes, from my side.
Okay,
Yes, from my side, Prabhuji.
You know there is CR, class representative. So we need CRs.
Yes.
But morning group has been very peaceful and silent. I have a group in the afternoon where if some of you have come, there is one person doing cut continuously. Oh my God.
3 o'clock.
But Mataji knows. We wait for him and then we start laughing. He's a disturbed person and it becomes very difficult. But morning we didn't have any disturbance like that. So passing message, please keep chanting Hare Krishna, number 1. Number 2, fill up that thing because if you cannot fill up just in the group, write your name. Because number is there, but I don't know the name. I don't have, my mobile stopped recording names after it crossed 25,000. Android doesn't allow more than 25,000. So
Prabhuji, can you join Instagram or some other place where all of us can follow you so that we don't lose touch? As you are saying, even mobile.
You stay in these groups. No, Instagram, my contact is there. That is there. I've already given once in the group.
Can
Sometimes I share. But in WhatsApp, please stay in these groups. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Other social media where I'm involved. I'm in Facebook.
Uh-huh.
You can always, I'm literally there. Oh, this is, I have to do all the login here. Okay. I can't go today. Tomorrow I'll show you. Yesterday only my one computer got repaired and came, so things I have to just set in. I'm there on Facebook. I'll put in the link here for you. Instagram. Some people say start Telegram, but nobody uses Telegram. WhatsApp, stay in these groups. The link also I will give for my Instagram and Facebook. There you can see sometimes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So we are starting Bhakti Vriksha class from tomorrow night?
Okay. No, wait a minute. Okay,
Bhakti
let us
Shastri.
do. Oh, you want Bhakti Shastri right away?
Yes, you should lead us in that direction.
Yes.
If you want, I will.
Morning, Prabhuji.
Okay, for the serious people, they can come for morning or night class, and those and afternoon or general get together.
Yes. That would be great, Prabhuji.
Yeah, but I will have to do the orientation 1 or 2 sessions for Bhakti Shastri. One of the thing is that person has to become a bit serious in his chanting. Another thing, because in order to see, it's not easy to be serious without chanting, because chanting makes heart so calm, then easily able to concentrate. Suppose I chant in my morning and then whole day I'm so blissful and happy. It's just like having eaten the meal. We go around. So my request will be, it doesn't cost any expenditure. Chanting is so blissful and peaceful. And
Prabhuji, we are now able to chant around 5 strings, sir.
Very good. Chalo. Okay, so with the good wishes, and I'm happy. See, even now people are there, even though we are not doing any studies. So spiritual methods of mind control was mainly on sadhana and chanting. That was what I liked. If you want, I can go through that because it's a well designed.
Or we can go through vegetarian.
Oh, I didn't show vegetarian. We have shown in the morning.
No. Yeah, okay.
We are
You
not
have sent it in the group, Prabhuji.
You sent the link in the group yesterday. It is really interesting.
But we did study here.
You didn't study here, but last night you shared on vegetarianism in the group.
Because I thought I have shared. Doesn't matter. You can read it. It's easy. I did not share in the beginning because if you talk about vegetarian in the beginning, then people start packing up.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I'm in the evening group, but I want to join this Bhakti Shastri group. How to join?
Okay, you're not in any one of my groups.
No, I'm in 7 p.m. evening group.
That doesn't matter. All the 3 groups I'll open equivalently. Now, how can be partial?
Okay.
So we start from this is today Thursday. So it will be open on. I'll announce today Friday night, Saturday night, or morning, Saturday morning or Sunday morning. Apart from what is one batch going on afternoon, Thursday, Friday, no, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we have 3 options for everybody, all the groups. People can settle wherever they find convenient.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Prabhuji, pranam.
The quizzes are going on. Yeah, thank you. Everybody has done the quizzes. Now you will have one quiz, which will be the final quiz. And that quiz will be, it will come to you. In fact, I don't think we have put here now. It has 20 questions in that quiz. You want me to go through that quiz, or you feel you can answer that quiz, the final exam?
We can go through that, Prabhuji.
Yeah?
Both, Prabhuji.
Okay. See, the point is, the quiz is designed in such a way, the questions are not like chapter questions. They're very basic questions. But idea is that you see the final quiz. I just kept it for certificate. Previous batch, still some people are not done the quiz. So, okay. Who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Yes, what is the answer?
Krishna.
And after reading whole Gita, still Still people are answering Brahma, Durga, Shiva.
Krishna.
No, this is just a
Krishna.
test for ourselves. I call this quiz a self-assessment because people sometimes we come to know whether you're able to convey the message. Okay, what are the three gunas?
Saguna,
Goodness,
Nirguna. Passion, ignorance.
goodness, passion, and
Guna, Rajo,
ignorance.
Guna.
Goodness, passion,
Goodness,
ignorance.
passion,
We had
passion,
the
and
whole,
ignorance.
yeah, we had the whole chapter on that. Can you believe how many people went for they got trapped into Saguna, Nirguna, Durguna? What is this? Literally, I created this answer so that to trap some people or not. Where are the three gunas, the Saguna, Nirguna, Durguna? Okay, what is the goal of life?
Pure
Your
devotional
devotion to
worship.
Krishna.
Pure
To serve
devotion to
Pure
Krishna.
devotion to Krishna.
Why? Make more money, look beautiful, fame.
make more.
Okay,
Make
who
more
am
business.
I? Who am I?
Soul.
D.
Soul.
Answer D.
Soul.
God,
Soul.
no, I'm God, I'm body. I'm energy. Okay, how can we achieve Krishna?
Chanting the holy name.
Chanting the Hare
Holy
Krishna.
name.
Chanting the holy name.
But
Chanting,
what is wrong
chanting
with
the
A?
holy name.
What is wrong with A?
Prabhuji, can you please zoom in?
That is
That is
third type of yoga.
that is of the atheist.
All of the above.
Yeah,
Prabhuji,
my
that is
God.
of the atheist.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes.
You remember the chapter we studied different levels. Krishna says, be absorbed in me, then do sadhana, then after that we studied that rigorously. So if somebody is
Jignasa
not
and Gyasa.
very good,
Jignasa and Jnana.
yeah. So Manaseva, Madhaseva, we are not against it, but that's not. Okay. How many chapters or shlokas in Bhagavad Gita?
18 and
18
700.
18 chapter 700.
Yeah,
700 slokas.
okay. Why Dhritarashtra could not understand Bhagavad Gita?
Envious.
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 Yes, he was envious. Look at the other answers. He was blind. He was not in the battle. Look at the D1. Sanjay did not explain properly. I was laughing when I was designing this, and I was really wanting happily. Some people, I have answered D, and I'm looking, what is this? Okay. Now you be with me. I will show you the result of last time. Why do we need Guru Parampara?
To understand the
To
absolute
understand the
To
absolute
understand
truth.
absolute truth.
Absolute
And
truth.
people have gone
To
for
understand
years.
that.
Who is the bona fide, what is the bona fide process in Kali Yuga to achieve Krishna?
Chanting Hare Krishna.
Chanting Hare Krishna.
People have been trapped into social service, animal sex. Who is the founder Acharya of ISKCON?
Srila Prabhupada.
AC Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada.
A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
Okay. What is the full form of ISKCON? Please read the funny answers also.
Krishna consciousness.
International Society for Krishna Consciousness.
Krishna conscious.
There is one
Some
first
people
one.
say karma
Indian Society
conscious
for,
also.
look at the first one. Indian Society for Kannada Consciousness.
Canada.
You're enjoying the quiz, Guruji.
International Society for Karma Consciousness.
And international success.
No, people have written that. They just went for all that, Okay. What is karma, vikarma, and akarma?
Karma.
And no work.
Good work, bad work, and
Good
spiritual work.
good
No,
work,
no.
No
bad
work.
work.
No.
No. There is one. Yeah.
Good work, bad work, and
Good work,
spiritual
bad
work.
work, and spiritual
Good
work.
Yeah.
work.
See.
Good work, bad work, and sip.
See, akarma can be translated both as no work and spiritual work, but when it comes together, it is better to take spiritual work because that conveys the right meaning. Okay. But actually, karma also has a negative meaning, but here coming together, that's
Bad work and spiritual work.
Yeah, like you always mention we come together for Bhagavad Gita is akarma. So
akarma. Now, why do we chant Hare Krishna mantra?
To get pure
To get pure devotion.
To get pure devotion.
To the
Pure
Lord.
devotion to the Lord.
Devotion to the Lord.
To go to heaven and enjoy, to get good marks, to get beautiful wife. Okay, what is the
Which one, sir?
Panchatattva
To pure
mantra?
devotion
Anybody
only.
knows the Panchatattva mantra?
D. Option D.
Option D.
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Sri Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda.
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Nityananda,
Nityananda Sri
Radha Vrinda. Yeah.
Dvaita
Okay,
Gadar.
what are the four regulative principles?
No illicit
No illicit
sex,
no
no
meat,
meeting,
no
no meat
intoxic,
eating.
no
B,
gambling.
sir.
No meat
B,
eating, no
No
B,
meat,
intoxication,
B.
no gambling.
Okay, what is the duration of Kali Yuga?
4,32,000.
4,32,000.
4,32,000.
Correct. What are the 4 years?
4,32,000.
Satyayuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali.
Satya, Dwapara, Treta, and Kali.
What is the
East, west,
difference?
north, south.
What is the difference between me and God?
Servant of God.
I'm servant of God.
I'm
Look at
servant
the
of
other
God.
difference. Can you believe? Now we will see the answers of other people on an average. I have a summary answer. No difference. People are typing. No difference. I am superior. I'll become God. Every silly answer is there. Why do we need God? Look at the answer.
Without him, there is no real happiness.
There is no happy. There is
But
no
look at
real
other
happiness.
answers to understand how to become God. I don't need him.
Without him, there is
And
no real
imagination
happiness.
to keep humanity in check.
He is a person.
Okay. Is God person
He
or
is a
energy?
person.
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 You will be surprised and shocked. Most of the people say that. Why did
Veda.
not
He was compassionate.
He was compassion.
Why
He
Arjuna
was
did not want to
compassionate.
fight?
He was
He was
compassionate.
Compassionate.
He was
Can you
compassionate.
believe? Can you
Compassionate.
believe people have said he was tired and exhausted?
What we should do at the time of death.
What we should do
Okay. What you should do at the time of death?
To remember Lord
To
Krishna.
remember Lord Krishna.
To make a will and distribute asset.
What is wrong in option A, Guruji?
That he should do at the time of Vanaprastha.
No. See, option A. No, see, Krishna, Brahma Jyoti is included within Krishna. It's always good to meditate. If you meditate on Krishna, you go to Vaikuntha. If you meditate on Brahma Jyoti, you don't go to Vaikuntha. You stay in the Jyoti, where you don't get chance for personal service. And Brahma Jyoti, because there is no activity, you will fall down. Okay, remember in the 12th chapter, we did what is the best meditation? Is it Brahma Jyoti or the person of Krishna? And Krishna says, better to meditate on me. Okay, you can just read the 12th chapter, that will be clear. What is the last message of Bhagavad Gita?
To
To
surrender
unto
Krishna.
Krishna. Krishna.
No, to become God. To become God. You see. Okay, now, isn't it beautiful, this quiz? This quiz was designed not just, a chapter quiz. Now, let us see the answers.
Prabhuji, I got 230.
Oh, you got 230. Oh, in the last quiz when you did? Or you're already from the last one?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, it opens. You can see now the fun. This, you know what happened? Many people did not do the quiz and they were bugging me for and I didn't get certificates. So I said, okay. You see, this is for the missed participants. How many people are there? Are 3,000 people last time. This time also equivalent number. Can you see the responses? We will see. It's taking time. 154 people who did not do so. Supplementary they got. Okay, now look at we will go to summary. Look at the joke now. Okay, most of the people have got good marks total. Okay, now look at the summary still. How many people get trapped into silly answers? We have, a graph. Who is the Supreme Personality Godhead? We had people saying Shiva, Brahma and Durga. Can you see that? What are the 3 gunas? Can you see Saguna, Nirguna, Durguna? How many got trapped? 33% got trapped in that. Okay. Who is the goal of life? People did say, look beautiful. There are some people. Make more money. Who am I? People say, how many people see? They said, I'm God. 4 people. I'm the body. I'm energy. How can we achieve Krishna? Can you see how many people are saying? 20% people, Manase, Madhase, they didn't get it. And how many chapter shlokas in Gita? That was also some people have said wrong. Why Dhritarashtra could not understand Gita? You can see wrong answers.
Yeah.
And why do we need Guru Parampara? Learn. What is the bona fide process? Proper. People have said social service. Who is the founder Acharya of ISKCON? They gave wrong answers, some people. Whole form of ISKCON, we got some people trapped into karma consciousness and karma consciousness. Karma vikarma was a confusion for many people. I think we should that karma has a second meaning, which people go into that and no work. Okay. Why do we chant Hare Krishna mantra? You see, almost correct. What is Panchatattva mantra? See, people don't know. See, they are putting Hare Krishna mantra as 26% people. And that 4 regulative principles, again, there some people have not put. Duration of Kali Yuga was not clear to everybody. 4 yugas, see, there is mistake there also. Difference between me and God. Can you see the people? No difference. And I'll become God. Can you see some people are there still after? Why do we need God? And I don't need him. There are people who are saying that. Okay. An imagination to keep humanity in check. So popular this idea. This is after the look at the biggest mistake. Is God person or energy? Look at it. 50. Most of the people said is energy. After the course of 18 days, the main point has not gone through. Is the person whom I surrender. How do you surrender to energy? Sometimes energy, sometimes person. And why Arjuna did not want to fight? There are people who said he was exhausted. What he should do at the time of death? Meditate of Brahma Jyoti is there, some people. But the last message of Gita, we can become God. There are people who trap that.
Surrender into God.
Yeah. And some people wrote very nice words at the end. Okay.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
So you should get full marks, everybody. We revised.
Yes,
we know
Prabhuji.
the questions.
Guruji, where
Can you
we
share
should
the
be
link
going
of
to
the
attend
quiz,
this
Guruji?
link, Guruji?
It will
Link?
come.
But
It will
as you
come
said,
to you.
if we attend 4 Gitas, then it will be perfect, Prabhuji. That's
Yeah,
true.
no, after you finish all 18 chapters, then you do that. Yeah.
And this Gita 4 classes we should attend all the 18
Okay.
into 4. Then will be more, no confusion will be there. We remember very well. It get registered in our.
Yes.
That is
Okay.
all the thing. Yeah, that's why I want to attend all.
So, TK, so what will happen? In the groups that we are there, the links will come, but still formally, you can go and put in the register there. So I know this, and any comments are there. This time is convenient, or this mode is convenient. Okay, so we close now.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
Yes,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare
And
Krishna.
we are getting,
Hare
yeah,
Krishna.
for 8 o'clock class, yeah, again.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I
Hare
have a
Krishna.
small
Hare
doubt.
Krishna,
Can I
Prabhu.
get it
Hare
cleared?
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.